What's good, y'all? Welcome back to our podcast, OG Thoughts with O and J. This is episode 3, and we're going to bring a new topic today. We're going to be talking about some sports.
Yes, sir. We're going to be talking about hoops. All right. So our plan for the future, we're going to try to do 2 a week, 2 episodes a week, that is. One at the beginning, one at the end. First one, we're really liking the idea like the monster cryptid demon thing. Some paranormal stuff, we'll just say that. And then I think the other one will be hoops. We both love basketball. We both could talk about it for
Days.
years.
Hours. Yes.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's a good format to roll with, and here's the basketball one, all right?
Yep, let's get right to it. So today, we're going to talk about who is the better player between Ja Morant and De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, and this one, personal to me, being from Little Rock, Arkansas, close NBA team is Memphis. I've been a Grizzlies fan since I was like in 5th grade. All right, like I'm talking like Mike Conley, Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol days. All right,
Team was cold.
I know, like Tony Allen was one of my favorite players, bro.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, I'm obviously gonna be pro Ja, and like having seen him in person and watching him in game, it's just he's just a dog. All right, that's all I can say. All right, but you can make your case about De'Aaron Fox first.
Okay.
Right?
I'm definitely going with De'Aaron Fox. So, as you said, when I think about two players in comparison, I think about 2 things. Their offensive impact, defensive impact, and then the third thing is just like overall impact, how they influence the game, record, wins, how they can basically control a game. And I know that you kind of have similar thoughts too, but we'll get into it. Yeah. But offensively, I think that Ja Morant is not as good as De'Aaron Fox. And I think that people have gotten so caught up in Ja Morant's ability to be flashy. And maybe it's just true to his nature. He's athletic. He's just purely athletic. He's just insanely athletic.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so I think that may be true to just his nature, and that's just how he is as a player. But I think that De'Aaron Fox is just almost as athletic. Not up there, but I think that he can be so good without the athleticism because he's a great shooter, a way better shooter than Ja Morant, in my opinion. He's ripped off 7-8 threes in a game before, like numerous times. Ja Morant hasn't done that. I think that he's a great playmaker. He's shown that he can do that. And I don't think he has the team that Ja Morant has around him necessarily. We'll get into that. But I think that he's surrounded with a bunch of like guys who like need the ball in their hands, like Sabonis, like Malik Monk. Like they had DiVincenzo at one point.
Yeah,
I think that he's always been surrounded by ball-dominant guys. But even in one year, he averaged 7 assists, which is around what Ja maybe averages. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that's about it.
But offensively, I'm taking De'Aaron Fox.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with that. Here's why. I think Ja Morant is legitimately, not even just saying stuff, legitimately one of the most underrated scorers in the NBA. He is a pure slasher, below average three-point shooter, and he averages 27 a game consistently.
Okay.
That is tough.
That's because he's a good player off the ball, though.
Ja Morant is a great player off the ball, on the ball. He's an incredible cutter. He can play. He's unbelievable off the pick and roll.
Okay, but catch me on this. De'Aaron Fox does all that off the ball, but he's able to shoot too. That's what separates him and Ja offensively, in my opinion.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that separates Ja and De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion. Ja Morant, De'Aaron Fox is an incredibly efficient offensive player. But when it comes to who I'd rather have the ball in their hands to score a bucket, I'm taking Ja Morant 10 out of 10 times. Ja Morant is unmatched when it comes to getting down.
So you think he has a better bag than De'Aaron Fox?
Because it's a hard one. De'Aaron Fox is a better shooter.
I think it's close. I think it's similar.
No, because Ja Morant is not the worst shooter ever, bro. Y'all are acting
he's not.
Y'all are acting like he's like 29%. He's not. This year he was, but he played like 5 games.
It doesn't matter. I'm not taking that down. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Ja Morant, there's just something about him. It's like when you look on the surface, this is why I think eye test is so important. When you look on the surface, De'Aaron Fox, probably, I don't even know the stats, but I would guess he is probably more efficient around the rim statistically. Okay. I would guess he's actually probably a technically better finisher.
Okay.
And I would guess, I mean, I know that he's a better three-point shooter. All right.
Okay.
He had to develop that, first off. He's been in the league longer than Ja Morant, first off. All right. I think De'Aaron Fox was the 2017 NBA draft. Ja Morant was 2019 NBA draft. Yeah, I'm pretty sure De'Aaron Fox, I'm almost positive De'Aaron Fox was 2017. That draft with Jason Tatum and Lonzo Ball. Oh, yeah, no, he was.
Yeah, he was.
And then Ja Morant was the Zion draft 2019. All right. Been in the league less amount of time. Ja Morant has been a better scorer for longer than De'Aaron Fox. Ja Morant came into the league, averaged 16, then 18, then like 26, 29 or something, 28, and then 26 and 27 again.
Okay, can we also talk about how like Ja Morant has had the ball in his hands like far more than Fox because Fox has guys who can score the ball around him.
No, but the thing is, no, but I don't even agree with that argument because I think De'Aaron Fox's current roster is literally perfect for him.
But I'm saying as far as like averaging points, it takes away from like the peak points per game that De'Aaron Fox could be scoring. Like if De'Aaron Fox was playing on Memphis with Ja Morant his rookie year, like who on that team is like taking away touches to the point where like it would cut into the amount of points he could score.
No, and I mean that's a good thing, but I think you could argue that's why Ja Morant's a better player now, is he was able to develop younger. I'm telling you, like, here's the thing with De'Aaron Fox, right? His current roster, it's Sabonis. Sabonis is ball dominant, yeah.
Okay.
But to me, it's hard to compare players that are ball dominant when they play off each other. That's their ball dominance. They basically have a co-ball dominance. Most of their actions are run through both of them. It's De'Aaron Fox getting into the high post, and then De'Aaron Fox is the first option immediately. Domantas Sabonis might have the ball in his hands making the pass. They're a piece.
Okay.
The Grizzlies are not. It's Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson separate. Jaren Jackson, I love the Grizzlies, and I love what he can do at defensive end. He's one of the most frustrating players I've ever watched in my life. He's a 6'11 power forward, no bag, tries to get downhill every time, shoots 7 of 20 in games. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Incredible defensive player. Could be really good, but he actually is way more ball dominant than people think. Desmond Bane, hypothetically, should not be as ball dominant as he is. When you go to a Grizzlies game and you watch, you got Ja Morant dribbling up the court. You got to pick and roll with him and like Santi Aldama or something, pick and pop.
Okay.
Or what Ja Morant will do every other possession, he'll give it to Desmond Bane and clear out.
Okay.
Ja Morant's underrated playing off the ball, man. I'm telling you, you recognize that, but most people don't. Like, Ja Morant is a great cutter. He's a really good off-the-ball player, I'm telling you, because he is able to play off of Desmond Bane. I think that shows how good of a player he is.
I agree. I think him and Fox are very similar off the ball, even though, like, Fox plays within a system. Mm-hmm. But also I want to point out, part of my argument also is that I feel like Fox is a better player in transition. Like, I get it, though. Ja Morant, the flashy dunks in transition, I get it. But De'Aaron Fox, statistically, for a few years, was a top 3 player in transition, like along with like Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons.
and probably like points per game in transition. But here's another thing, right? Grizzlies have a slower pace than the Kings.
Okay.
When Ja Morant gets transition, it is a guaranteed bucket or assist. Like Ja Morant, when he gets downhill, I know De'Aaron Fox, that's his thing, is when he gets downhill, he's great. He's a great player. He's got the best first step and just end-to-end quickness in the league, all right? De'Aaron Fox is an A-plus tier athlete in the NBA. Ja Morant's S tier. Ja Morant's a different level of athlete. Like, you watch someone like that, that is a De'Aaron Fox.
Okay, that's fair. But part of what makes him a great offensive player is his athleticism.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox is athletic, but even without it, he's still a great offensive player.
Here's the thing, though. It's like when people say Zion's just athletic. I mean, Ja Morant, impeccable footwork, unbelievable floater game.
I agree.
Ridiculous finisher.
I agree, but I think that De'Aaron Fox is a more skilled offensive player.
Here's the thing, though. I am way more impressed if a guard can lead the league in points per game in the paint under 6'4". Bro, there's been 3 players that have done that.
That is talent.
In the modern era.
That's talent.
Westbrook with the Rockets,
Yep.
tough. Tony Parker with the Spurs, tough. And Ja Morant. Ja Morant gets to the paint, he finishes. De'Aaron Fox might be a better shooter, that's true. But Ja Morant averages more points and doesn't make as many threes. Doesn't make as many middies. Yeah. He gets to the rim at 6'3".
I'll give you that. He's definitely a better finisher, even though De'Aaron Fox is right behind him, in my opinion. But like I said,
numbers-wise, maybe.
Yeah, correct. But I'm going to stick to this. I think that De'Aaron Fox is just – the thing that separates him is his offensive ability.
I mean, De'Aaron Fox –
to score.
De'Aaron Fox might be a more complete scorer. I'm not saying he's better, because I think Ja Morant's actually a better scorer. Statistically, he is.
Okay, statistically, but I think he's a more skilled – I think De'Aaron Fox is a more – yeah, I think he's more complete / a skilled scorer, meaning that he can score from 3 levels consistently.
Right.
And in transition, too. I think that's a 4th level, in my opinion.
Yeah,
okay. So I think that's what I would argue.
Okay, but here's the thing. Ja Morant, though, it's not like he's just only blowing by people and he's getting wide open layups. The type of finishes this dude's making, he's got unbelievable touch around the rim. He's got an unbelievable floater. Okay. He takes pull-up middies and stuff, too.
Okay.
He's not a horrible pull-up midi shooter. And also, when you go under the screen, Ja Morant's not like a horrible – like, Ja Morant punishes teams who go under the screen.
I agree.
And that opens his game up. All Ja has to do is make 1 out of every 3. System stuff right there, but that's all he's got to do.
It's fair.
He's only got to make 1 out of every 3, because then all I'm saying is if he does that, you have to maybe not go over, but go into the screen.
That's
fair. You can't go under.
Okay.
And even if you go under – I mean, De'Aaron Fox too, but even if you go under, Josby, I'm just – like, I know that you were saying the flashiness thing, like, isn't everything, but, like, Ja Morant has a pop to his game that separates him. Like, it's like stuff like that, the flashiness, the pop, is when stuff is going bad and you need a play, that pop is what saves you. It's not just being a skilled scorer. It's that X factor, and Ja Morant has it. That's what he has.
Okay, that's definitely a fair argument right there.
Yeah.
The next thing I was going to focus on is defense. I think they're both very similar. I think Ja Morant's a better shot blocker. But because
I think Fox is a better defender. I'll give it to him.
Fox is a better defender, but I think that Ja Morant has a lot of upside because of his athleticism.
He's an athletic freak. And all I'm saying is Ja Morant's a beast. When he locks in on defense, he's actually very good.
It can be effective, yes.
But I'm not, like, I know that people say with every athletic player, if they lock in, they're good. But, like, Ja actually does have one major flaw on defense that De'Aaron Fox doesn't have. De'Aaron Fox, unbelievably strong. Every NBA player says that. They're like, he's skinny, but he's strong. Ja Morant's for sure wiry, too. You can't be, like, 160 doing that in the NBA, getting the ring.
Exactly.
But Ja Morant could get bullied. De'Aaron Fox doesn't get bullied. I'm telling you, De'Aaron Fox does not get bullied. That dude has put so much work in the weight room to get stronger. Like, that was his biggest flaw coming out of college, besides shooting, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, on defense, like, I'm telling you, Ja Morant's beat. Like, by De'Aaron Fox.
I agree. I would agree. And that's a two-way player. I think that De'Aaron Fox is a more complete player of right now.
But we forgot a whole aspect, I think. Ja Morant is a way better playmaker. And it's not just assist numbers.
I don't agree with that.
It's not just assist numbers. It's making stuff happen.
So you're talking about the flashiness that you see?
No, it's not even just flashiness. He makes stuff happen. He's a playmaker. He creates an advantage every single time, and he either gets it to his guy or he scores.
Wouldn't you say that De'Aaron Fox being, like on the, let's say he's on the wing, and then you got the other team, focusing on him, and then that leaves the opportunity for Sabonis and Malik Monk to get theirs because they're so keyed on De'Aaron Fox. Isn't that him making a play?
No, the thing is, De'Aaron Fox is a good playmaker, but when it comes to flashiness, that actually matters in playmaking. Because you know what flashy passes are? It's not just doing it behind the back.
But Steph and Curry, we could both say that he's a better playmaker than both De'Aaron Fox and Ja, but he's not flashy.
He's an anomaly type playmaker, and he's so good at shooting that all he has to do is just make a bullet pass because they're doubling him 35 feet away. That's way different than Ja Morant.
Okay, but also I believe that De'Aaron Fox is an anomaly because of how great he is in transition.
Okay, I will give you that.
I think that's why he's a better playmaker than Ja Morant.
But Ja Morant is just a straight up better playmaker. Because
maybe in a half court setting, I think Ja Morant.
No, but I think even in transition, playmaking, when it comes to flashiness, you have to ask why it's flashy. Am I saying that Ja's behind the back pass to make him a better playmaker? No. You could argue that makes him a more skilled passer, the fact that he gets those off.
Okay.
But I'm talking about he will find people, and the pass becomes flashy because of how hard it is to make, not because of the actual thing. Like, you've seen Ja Morant dribble down the lane, throw a bullet like this. He has to look away because if he didn't, the defender would steal it through two people. That flashiness is not even really just it being flashy. It's the fact that it's so good that it becomes flashy.
Could we agree that Ja Morant is a better playmaker, but De'Aaron Fox is a better passer?
No, Ja Morant's a better passer. When it comes to actual passing, it's about making the right play, but it's also being a skilled passer.
I think that Ja Morant has more offensive threats around him for his career since he's been there.
No, I completely
This
disagree.
Man just added
his third option was Dillon Brooks.
He had Luke Kennard on his team.
Luke Kennard? This is what you're arguing, bro.
Luke Kennard is one of the best shooters in the league statistically.
Yeah, but he averages 10 a game.
That doesn't matter. He still had him on his team.
Bro, and Kevin Huerter was one of the best shooters statistically. Keegan Murray
but Kevin Huerter also has the ball in his hands a lot.
Luke Kennard, he doesn't, bro.
Yes, he does.
No.
He is similar to like a Dante DiVincenzo where he needs the ball to be effective sometimes, but he can also be effective.
Luke Kennard's the same way, bro. Luke Kennard runs pick and rolls as the primary
Okay, that's
baller.
fair, but do you not remember that game last year where he had 10 threes or something?
10 of 11. He's a dog, bro.
Exactly.
You know how he got 11 threes off?
Passing to him.
Ja Morant. That's how he got 11 threes off. Did he ever go 10 for 11 on the Clippers?
But also, who averaged more assists, though? De'Aaron Fox.
Does he actually?
Yes.
I believe it. Here's the thing, though. Yeah, assist numbers. He plays in a more fast-paced system. You put Ja Morant in the Kings system, Ja Morant's averaging 9 assists a game.
Okay, that's a ridiculous. That's a hypothetical. We don't know. It's ridiculous.
I think if you put De'Aaron Fox on the Grizzlies, I think that they're I think if you put De'Aaron Fox on last year's Grizzlies roster, that was like a 2 seed. They're not even in the play-in.
That's ridiculous. But
no,
that's ridiculous.
I'll say 6 seed. They go from a 2 to a 5 or a 6.
That's crazy.
I think they do.
That's crazy. That's because you think that Ja Morant is a better player. That's why you think.
Yeah, no, but it's not even that. I think Ja Morant actually, the personnel he has around him in Memphis is, when it comes to De'Aaron Fox, here's another thing. De'Aaron Fox, point guard, playmaker, whatever. Ja Morant is a true point guard. He actually makes everyone around him better.
True point guard?
He is a true point guard.
I don't think we can really say that
No, he is,
He
bro.
has 2 guard vibes all day, man.
No, he doesn't. He's an incredible playmaker, bro. That's his big thing. His playmaking.
He's a great playmaker, but I'm not saying he's not a true point guard. Tyus Jones is a true point guard.
John Morant averages more assists than him.
That doesn't matter, though.
Well, Tyus Jones, okay, here's the thing. Tyus Jones, true playmaker. Dude, that's the thing. That is when I think of De'Aaron Fox, John Morant, people compare him as similar players, I don't get that vibe. De'Aaron Fox is a combo guard to me. John Morant is a point guard. He might give 2 guard vibes sometimes, but even if he's not a pure point guard, you could see De'Aaron Fox playing the 2.
I could never see that, ever.
Imagine Tyus Jones and De'Aaron Fox in the lineup, though. Who was playing the 2? De'Aaron Fox.
And who was playing the 2 with John Morant and Tyus Jones?
Tyus Jones played the 2. He played all ball. Not even kidding.
No, that's a coaching decision.
No, it's not. And it worked. It worked.
Okay, it would work because John Morant is capable of being a point guard, and so is De'Aaron Fox. So I think it would work.
They have lineups where they play Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, and Malik Monk plays the 1. There's not one lineup where John Morant doesn't play the 1.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's John Morant is a
that
1.
It's all based off a game situation, who's guarding who. All of that is a factor into who's a point guard.
But here's the thing. John Morant is always a point guard. De'Aaron Fox, if anything, that's a good thing. That's a testament to De'Aaron Fox's offensive skill, is that he can play the 1 and the 2. John Morant's not suited.
I think they both can play the 1 and 2.
I don't think John Morant's suited to play 2. I think that's blasphemous that you would say that he can play the 2. I think John Morant's the
he could.
epitome of someone who's a 1.
Okay, that's
He's the epitome of the 1.
That's fair.
He don't play the 2. De'Aaron Fox could actually play the 2. He's gotten a shooting ability to a point where he can play the 2.
Okay.
All right, and I'm not saying that there can't be off-ball point guards, but I'm saying John Morant, I don't even think it's a question, much better playmaker. De'Aaron Fox, better shooter. De'Aaron Fox, not even that much worse of a finisher.
Okay, De'Aaron Fox, better in transition.
Better in transition, we'll give you that, whatever.
Better defender.
Better defender. John Morant is to me, there's no debate. De'Aaron Fox is a B+ tier playmaker. John Morant is an A+ tier playmaker. Not quite S tier yet.
That's fine. It's your opinion. But after all that we just went through, who was ahead? Who's ahead? So we got De'Aaron Fox.
No, but it's not just pure categories. It's how much farther.
Okay, yeah, but we're in the categories. Though De'Aaron Fox is ahead right now.
De'Aaron Fox has shooting,
transition,
and perimeter defense.
Okay.
John Morant has finishing
and playmaking.
Playmaking.
That's it.
I mean, but he's also statistically a better rebounder. He does.
Okay, that's fine. 3 versus 3. So the last one, this is the determining factor. Who has found more success in the playoffs?
John Morant! De'Aaron Fox never made out the first round!
Ridiculous.
We're pulling up the stats right now. Pull up the stats. Where's your phone?
We can because the thing is,
John Morant has made it to the playoffs like 3 or 4 times. De'Aaron Fox, you know how many playoff appearances he has? 1.
De'Aaron Fox has had horrible supporting cast until last year. Yes, very true.
Dude, John Morant took Dylan Brooks as a 3rd option to the playoffs, bro.
Oh, and I also have another question for you.
De'Aaron Fox just doesn't make his teammates better like John.
Which team has a better record so far this year?
John Morant's played 5 games.
Yeah, but who has a better record though?
You can't use that logic.
I could definitely use that because right now the Kings are sitting at number 5 in the West with a 29-20 record. And
Sabonis is underrated. De'Aaron Fox arguably underrated. I'll give you that. They have 2 All-Stars on that team.
Yep.
You know how many All-Stars the Grizzlies have? Look at the Grizzlies starting lineup last night.
They have
G.G. Jackson.
That's fine.
Kennard.
We'll see this year though, but I think that De'Aaron Fox is going to win more playoff series when John Morant gets back healthy than John Morant will win. And I think that even if
John Morant's made out of the first round.
Hypothetical, if
John Morant's made out of the first round.
Okay, but if they both are to win championships at some point in their careers, I think De'Aaron Fox will be the first to win it based solely off of supporting cast now and the fit of the team.
No, the fit is better. That's what I'm saying. You have Kevin Huerter, incredible off-ball shooter. Okay. Keegan Murray's the perfect player next to De'Aaron Fox. Harrison Barnes, perfect type player next to De'Aaron Fox. Sabonis, a fast-paced, like, neo-center. Like, he's not traditional in the slightest, all right? Their biggest weakness is rim protection. That's why they try to address that with people like JaVale McGee. That's a perfect lineup. Off the bench, you have Malik Monk, who's both a playmaker and can be an off-ball shooter. Okay. That's great. You have Trey Lyles, stretch 4 off the bench. Sasha Vezenkov, the EuroLeague MVP. He doesn't play that much, but he could be big in the playoffs because all he does is play off ball.
But at the end of the day, they have more potential than the Grizzlies with Ja, in my opinion.
Yeah, because the Grizzlies with Ja is the most cursed lineup of all time.
Okay, that's not...
John Morant, Desmond Bane, good. Okay. Jaren Jackson's your 3rd option is actually despicable. That dude is trash at offense. I'm sorry. He's a net negative offensive player. Okay. Bro, he's 6'11", athletic, like a 7'7" wingspan. He shoots like 42% from the field, bro. What is that? That's trash.
It's because he shoots a lot of shots.
But he takes horrible shots, Jordan. You have to watch it. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a black hole on offense. He doesn't pass the ball. I've never seen anything like him.
That's fine. That's fine.
Desmond Bane's a dog, though. I'll give Desmond Bane credit.
But I guess we could make the case that right now, as far as impact, they're kind of similar. They both had a few good seasons record-wise.
John Morant has made it further in the playoffs. John Morant's done better in the playoffs.
I think that's matchup-based completely because De'Aaron Fox played the Warriors. The Warriors, Owen, in that first round. I think that is
the Warriors the round after that. They got worked. Second round, the Warriors got worked.
Yeah, second round. Okay, yeah.
But the thing is, the Kings they were better.
The Warriors in the playoffs are different though because of the experience, the veterans. The De'Aaron Fox Kings last year, they were a young team going against a veteran.
You know
Warriors
who they lost?
team?
No, you know who they lost to? They lost to Steph Curry. They lost to one man. Look at what Klay Thompson did.
Steph Curry is better than De'Aaron Fox probably will ever be.
Oh, 100% he is. Steph Curry, I mean, that would be a different debate for a different
It's like in football when Tom Brady beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl the first time they met up. It's the same thing.
No, but the thing is, though, Steph Curry, that Warriors team, it was straight up Steph Curry and Looney.
Steph Curry's enough to beat anybody.
Bro, Kevon Looney was the second best. No, but you actually have to have teammates, bro. De'Aaron Fox's teammates.
Steph Curry is different. He just not necessarily.
De'Aaron Fox had a great series. I will give you that. Sabonis was disappointing.
Okay, yeah.
Kevin Huerter was disappointing.
Player. Okay.
He was horrible, actually. If you look at Kevin Huerter's numbers, I think he shot like 30% from the field and like 22% from three. He was trash. Yeah. And Keegan Murray was mid. All right?
Yeah. I mean, because they're young.
They're young, but you think that a pure point guard would elevate his teammate a little bit to where he's not the only one who has a good playoff series, really. Malik Monk averaged 25 that series off the bench, bro.
I'm just saying that I think that they were young, and that is why.
You have to maximize your teammates, bro.
I think they were young. The Grizzlies had experience.
Bro, Dylan Brooks, he's actually a solid player. He averaged like 12 a game, all right?
I'm just saying experience as far as veteran leadership, Steven Adams. I think they had that. When Jonas was there,
but they didn't make the playoffs with Jonas.
Yeah, but he was coaching these younger guys and helping them.
Dude, Jonas himself was a young guy. He was like 26. He got drafted when he was 18.
But he's been in the league. He's been in the playoffs before. That's experience.
I know, but he won in the playoffs when they were. You know what they did? They traded him for Steven Adams. They immediately.
Okay, look, but at the end of the day, I think as far as impact goes, they are very similar because neither of them has done anything spectacular to separate them.
The thing is, though, John Morant 1,000,000% actively makes his teammates better. De'Aaron Fox makes teammates better, but not to the extent John Morant.
I think we'll see. I think we'll see when John Morant's healthy, and we'll see what the Fox-led Kings do this year.
Dylan Brooks averaged 19 a game with Ja. He maximized that dude, bro. Oh my! I know Dylan Brooks is not actually a bum. That's an overplayed narrative. He's a solid 10.
He takes a lot of shots too. You have to say that.
I know, and he was a horribly inefficient player. But the thing is,
I could also say that De'Aaron Fox maximized Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes has been a bucket. Harrison Barnes averaged 20 with the Mavericks.
Harrison Barnes is getting so old now, bro.
And he takes great care of his body.
Okay, yeah, but the fact that he's good is a testament to De'Aaron Fox not only taking attention off of him, but also getting him the ball in the right places.
De'Aaron Fox is a fantastic player, all right? But I actually do question a lot. How much of it, like it's kind of a chicken or the egg situation. How much of the system was built around him, but how much does he thrive in the system?
That's fair.
I think it's a little bit of both.
That's definitely a question.
I think he's perfect for a fast-paced system, but I think the system makes him better.
Because I wouldn't agree with that.
No,
I think
he's
that,
a perfect fit for it.
No.
Dude, it maximizes transition buckets. That's perfect for him.
Okay, yeah, but you have to cater to your best players'
and they did.
abilities.
And they did, but the thing
is, but you can't use that against them.
They did that a lot more successfully than John Morant.
In a debate, you cannot
yes, you can
use that against somebody because if you are that good to where they changed the system of the team for you, that means you're that darn good.
But the thing is, though, they have – that's testament to coaching more than anything. They've picked a system that maximizes him. John Morant's good enough to get a system around him. Don't get it twisted. Bro, there's not a real system.
But the other players that you have to factor into it, the Kings just have a good setup right now. That's all I'm saying.
They have a perfect setup. Their GM has maximized De'Aaron Fox's playmaking abilities.
I don't think he's maximized. I think he's only going to get better. But
bro, you have two ISO players next to John Morant. He still averages 8 assists. That's impressive.
Okay, you have Malik Monk on that team, and they had Kevin Huerter at some point, and he averaged 7 assists, and with ball dominant people around him.
No, the thing is, bro. But they are ball dominant, but they're also really good off.
We can look at usage rate too.
Look at usage rate because I'm actually curious because De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis probably has a higher usage rate than De'Aaron Fox, but De'Aaron Fox's usage rate is probably crazy.
So John Morant in the 2020-21 season, 27%, 21-22, 33.6%.
Yep.
Last year, fully healthy, I guess you could say 34.8.
That's high.
That's very high.
But that's because that's all they've got. You have to keep that in mind. De'Aaron Fox 100% has a lesser one.
Let's look at De'Aaron Fox's for 2022-23, 30.
I didn't know it was that high. That's actually shocking. I thought it would be lower, real talk.
But it's way lower than Josh.
4%, come on.
That's a lot. That's a lot, though.
Okay, no, look at, you want to look up
earlier you were talking about, John Morant scores more, maybe 2 more points a game? 1?
Bro, Bro, a 4% more usage rate is not that big of a deal.
It is a very big deal.
That means that he only
over
gets,
the course of a season racking up points and creating an average.
It's about per game. It's about how many more he's used. 4%
Ja in his last full season, 26 points per game. Okay.
Yep.
De'Aaron Fox in his 2022-23, 25 points per game.
Okay. How many shots did De'Aaron Fox take?
We can look at that too.
I'm curious. In that amount of time, how many minutes did he play?
De'Aaron Fox played 35.6 minutes. He took 20.7 shots. Let's see what Ja Morant did, because I'm very interested.
35 minutes, 21 shots.
Yes, 20.
20.6. That's a round up. We'll say 20.6.
Okay. Ja Morant in his last healthy season, 32 minutes per game, 20 shots.
He played less minutes, bro, and scored more points.
With a higher usage rate.
Then low-key, what that
so
does,
when he's
though, that
on the
balances.
floor.
That's a balance.
Okay, that's
though.
fair.
Think about it.
We can agree on that. That's a balance.
But the thing is, though, it's like, how many more possessions did the Kings get as a whole?
Probably a little bit more because they play faster pace.
A catch and shoot three is like a 0.001% usage rate per possession. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's getting it for 1 second.
Okay.
So the Grizzlies have a much more slower paced team. That means that Ja Morant's going to be dribbling more. Just straight up. De'Aaron Fox can touch the ball as many times, but it's about how long, like how much he is used consistently within the offense.
That's fair.
Look at Sabonis' usage rate.
As we just saw, he's used.
No, but look at Sabonis' usage rate, because that's another juggernaut. And that's going to show that it's basically a two-man team when it comes to usage rate, because everyone else is off ball. When you look at the Grizzlies' usage rate, Jordan, Desmond Bane's going to have like 20%.
DeMontis is 22 currently, but in the year that we're talking about, 22-23, it was 21.3.
So 21 and 30.
9 less than De'Aaron Fox.
So 21 and 30, so they combine for 51% of their team's usage rate.
That sounds about right. It's what you do with your stars.
I mean, that's crazy, but like, the thing is, that just shows that it's like they have like a two-man offense, but that means that there's only one other dude that De'Aaron Fox is consistently having to share a lot of the time with. Look at Ja Morant's like teammates. There's a lot. It is like a lot of dudes with like 15, 15, 15, 15, 15.
That's fair. You got to share. With that system, he needs that help.
No, but the thing is, but Ja Morant though, just as a Grizzlies fan, like the Grizzlies need to do a little bit more to maximize Ja Morant.
That's fair.
Desmond Bane is a good player. He's he does not need to be as ball dominant as he does. He's not good enough to be a number 2 option.
Okay.
Sabonis, this is
not a championship team number 2. No, I don't.
I will come to this conclusion. All right, not even going to who's better. I think Ja Morant's better. You think De'Aaron Fox is better. Basically, we're just picking at straws to see who has the slight edge. They're obviously very equivalent players.
Very, very close. Yes.
They could both be number 1s on championship teams.
I think so.
If anybody disagrees with that, I'll debate you for hours because both those guys. When you have point guards like that can be championship guys. All right.
Yeah.
You have to surround them with really good talent, though.
Yeah.
And the issue is, though, Sabonis cannot be number 2. If Sabonis can't be number 2, Desmond Bane definitely can't be number 2. And Jaren being a third, Jaren needs to be the 5th option.
Malik Monk could be a 3. Think about that Toronto Raptors team. You had Kawhi, you had Lowry when he was good.
That's true. Malik Monk.
Then you had who?
Siakam.
Exactly. You also had
Fred VanVleet.
Exactly.
That's the 4th option.
Similar player, like efficiency wise.
Malik Monk's way more efficient.
Exactly.
Way more efficient.
And that's my point. Malik Monk could be a 3.
Dude, he would have to get a little bit better. I think Malik Monk's a solid 4th option.
He's had 40-point games.
Oh, I know. He averaged 27 against the Warriors. He averaged 27.
That's crazy.
I know. He's a dog, and he's from Arkansas. Shout out to Arkansas, all right? Produces dogs. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But, like, real talk, the Grizzlies lineup right now, low-key buns. Desmond Bane was, like, drafted to be a 4th option or 5th option and just ended up being way better than anyone thought.
That's fair.
He averaged, like, 15 at TCU or something.
Yeah.
He was not meant to average 25 a game. But he did. He put in the work. He's a good third option.
Okay.
What the Grizzlies need to maximize everything, we're going to get a top 10 pick. Biggest weakness, small forward. Because basically the Grizzlies have like 9 people on their roster that are the same player. Slightly different.
That is very
Zaire
true.
Williams.
Like bouncy.
Bouncy, athletic, potential shooter wings.
Yeah.
David Roddy is the strong version. Zaire Williams is the tall, lanky version.
Yeah.
G.G. Jackson's the scorer version. Oof. Jake LaRavia is the shooter version.
G.G. Jackson's nice, though, man.
G.G. Jackson could be nice, but I like him off the bench. But I'm thinking the Memphis Grizzlies, I don't know, trade Marcus Smart for first-round pick. You get like the 10th overall pick and the 15th overall pick. Or like, let's say
I like that. Get rid of that salary, too, man.
I'm thinking more like the 5th overall pick would be nice. With that 5th overall pick,
Smart is getting paid, man.
I know. No.
Think about that.
You pick, I think you either pick Buzelis. But I'm not liking the G League's track record. All those dudes have not been good.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have to pick
Kuminga?
Kuminga's been the only one that's been good. It took him a while. All right.
Okay.
And Jalen
Zealous is very like fundamental though. Like I feel like
he's got an athletic bounce.
I feel like he can make impact in that system.
And I think that he's got an athletic upside. Ron Holland will be tough too. We'll see how he pans out.
Yeah.
He was actually about to go to the University of Arkansas, which is crazy. But there's other like high upside small forwards I'd be cool with.
Y'all need somebody like a DeAndre Hunter.
Yes. Like I was thinking like
that piece, that guy that can just pop off anytime, but he's gonna defend. He's gonna hit
OG
shots.
Anunoby would have been so tough.
Anunoby would have been fired.
And
too. That's the type of player y'all need.
He's untradeable, but there's two players that I think would be perfect for the Grizzlies right now. They're untradeable though. Brandon Ingram, Mikal Bridges. That's the type of player you need. A guy who could come in.
It's gonna be tough to get
anywhere from 16 to 25. Efficient, mid-range killer. Plays defense.
It's gonna be tough though. You have to find a gym or just the office. The GM has to know what he's doing.
But low key though, now that we traded Steven Adams, X-Man Xavier Tillman's solid. See a starting center. I think you need an upside center. I think you might want to go with that dude Alex Sarr. If he's in, but he might be number one overall pick. He might be the number one overall pick. But if he's somehow available, at like the 5 to 7 range, because like pre-draft process stuff happens.
Yep,
that would be fire.
Or trade your top 10 pick that maybe like 9 or 8. Trade Smart and get the number 1.
That's not even enough, bro. But to be fair though, this is a weak draft class. That
is exactly.
I don't think that'd be enough. You can move up like top 4.
Marcus Smart is a defensive player of the year.
But the thing is though, Marcus Smart though, they want Marcus Smart on like a winning team. Like you see how the Grizzlies are about to trade Marcus Smart again. Like they said that experiment didn't work. I think you keep Luke Kennard with all you can. That is a championship bench player. Luke Kennard's one of those guys that he could be on any championship team's bench, immediate contributor. That dude's a dog.
That is true.
Secondary playmaker and unbelievable shooter.
I agree.
Like he's just a bucket bro. And he's 6'5". I mean, he's not just like a 6'1". I mean, he's not unathletic. He's not a good defender.
Yeah.
But he's a sniper, all right?
He is.
And like someone like that, that's who you need. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. But back to the original point, we both have our sides with De'Aaron Fox and Ja Morant. But hey, we want to hear y'all thoughts. So y'all make 100%.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Just make sure y'all comment. Let us know what you think. Who are you picking? De'Aaron Fox or Ja Morant?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but thanks for tuning in for episode 3 of OG Thoughts for O and J. We'll see you next time.
Peace.